Who doesn't love a classic chicken dinner restaurant?
Princess Berry here today. We're in Knott's Berry Farm. Surprise to everybody.
We're going to Mrs. Knott's.
Yes, it's been a while since we've been here, and it's your number one choice of foodie infotainment. We're here to try all the delicious food because we don't want to share it with you. I'm kidding. So, remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go tie our stomach in a knot.
Time to foodie and chill.
Some beautiful buttermilk biscuits here at Mrs. Knott's restaurant. Fluffy biscuit, boysenberry jam. Decidedly not vegan, so the princess cannot partake. She'd only look and wish it was vegan. I wish it was vegan because I would love for her to be able to dive in because she would devour this entire plate if it was vegan. Come for the boysenberry. That's literally the tagline. That's it. 4 out of 5 claws. A nice homemade chicken soup, and honestly, I kind of need this. Being here in California, it's not hot, but it's not cold. It's like 73 degrees outside, and I find my Floridian blood reaching for a hoodie. Shame on me, I know. I used to live in Alaska, but for some reason, I can't handle a small breeze in California without shivering. So a hot mini bowl of chicken soup is just what the Florida man asked for. Steamy, hot, fickle. Just like I like my chicken soup, like sludge. None of that broth nonsense. Just give me a nice, like, ooze of chicken soup. Noodles are nice and thick. Chicken's nice and seasoned, juicy still. Lots of seasonings in the thick broth. I approve. 3.75 out of 5 claws. It's something like your grandmother would have made. That's your grandmother. Now, I ordered a meal. I didn't realize that it came with like everything. Soup, salad, entree, and dessert. So I got a salad, and when they asked about dressing, why wouldn't I go for the boysenberry? I just said boysenberry is the thing that you come for. I gotta stand on my business. Just a little bit. I don't like a lot of dressings on my salad. And salad's on a plate. Decidedly hard to toss. But we're gonna gently fold it so I don't make a mess all over the table. Tomatoes cut in half, as they should be, for easy forking. And some croutons. A salad classified as candy. This would be it. The boysenberry dressing is very mayo-based, which I don't love because I almost taste more of the mayo than I do the boysenberry. The boysenberry jam by itself, good. This, I don't know if I love the dressing. Salad's good. Crunchy, fresh. The dressing might be a bit bridge too far for me. 3 out of 5 claws.
Add some jam, maybe.
Maybe a jam on a salad?
I don't know. This is the vegan chicken sandwich. It is chicken with veganaise and then lettuce, tomato, pickles. I'm excited. This is the one thing I wanted. They also have a mushroom like bolognese you could do if you don't want an all beef. I feel like that is one of the better vegan chicken sandwiches I've had in a hot minute. I really like it. I love the bread. I love the way that it's cooked. I love the veganaise. It's just more perfect than I expected it to be, and I would say it's even better than like Planties or the old Dharma or something like that. I really like it. I would give it a 5 out of 5. I would say it's Princess decided.
We come to take names and eat chicken, and we're all out of chicken, so we're left with the Chik'n-less sandwich. Nice little bite, a little fluffy bread biscuit thingy. The breading has a slightly sweet flavor to it. But it lends well to like a chicken sandwich, especially with like the biscuit nature of the bun. Tasty, crisp, veggies are fresh. That is in fact a chicken sandwich, just minus chicken. All the best things, none of the guilt. 4 out of 5 claws. I run into several contradictions into my life because technically, I qualify as a Southern boy. I have spent a great deal of my life in what would technically be classified as the South, and I'm not talking about Florida. But a lot of the staples of the South, I am not a huge fan of. I feel like they're overdone and a little bit extra for extra's sake. Chicken and waffles for me has always been one of those things. You find a place that talks about their chicken and waffles, and it's like chicken and pops waffles with like strawberry, butter, and all sorts of weird fixings. I'm thinking, I've come to Mrs. Knott's restaurant, I've never had it here, let me give it a shot. What I was not expecting was a whole half a chicken on a huge waffle. Like this, I'm a bear. This would feed me for 3 days. Like this is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know where I'm supposed to start on this. But they give you maple syrup, and they also give you crunchy gravy. I've never had country gravy on chicken and waffles, so this is going to be an experience, as the princess would say. I'm going to give the syrup itself a little pour, a little drizzle on top of the chicken, nothing crazy. I give you 2 of these. You can always ask for more syrup if you should, but remember this is chicken and waffles, not syrup soup. Okay? Chicken and waffles. I digress. First, we're going to cut off a piece of this chicken, skin and all. It's nice and crispy. I'm going to be ASMR level if we had the proper microphone for that. And then take a piece of the waffle. As I butcher this cut. There we go. Give it a bite. That is some high quality fried chicken on top of a superb buttermilk waffle. The buttermilk goes well with the chicken, the crispness of the skin, almost like chicken candy. The breast itself, tasty, juicy, seasoned chicken, because you know what they do here? They season their breading. For those of you who understand who I'm talking to, those who don't understand probably need to pay more attention. Season your chicken and season the breading. You have to do both, or just wasting everybody's time. That on its own is a 4.5 out of 5 claws. Now, I'm going to try this country gravy mixture that I am actually legitimately scared of, because I can't understand what purpose gravy has on waffles. But when in the West, you do as the Westerners do.
We like fusion in California.
Fusion? Okay.
Yeah, fusion food. Like that's a big thing in SoCal.
Okay, well, we got our syrup. We got our gravy bath. Little gravy jacuzzi over here. I don't hate it. But as I'm eating this, and for those of you who are gravy aficionados, this might sound a little bit offensive, but gravy is basically flour aioli. It's a flour sauce mixed with seasonings, and you're taking that on a chicken that you've already breaded, all right, with with flour, and then you have a waffle. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. It's an interesting taste. I don't know any of the tub of it. I probably won't eat any more of it, but it's interesting. It's not increasing the rating, but I'm not going to ding it either if it's on the side. So the rating of 4.5 stands, but it's good chicken. Fistful of knobs, pre-cut in a bowl. Warm buttered loose corn. Cook well. I like my corn a little bit char. Nothing offensive about this corn though. 2.5 out of 5 claws. The only thing better than one thing Boysenberry, or 2 things Boysenberry would be 3. So I guess it's 2 things better than one Boysenberry. Either way, I got a Boysenberry lemonade, which they sort of kicked up as an option on the menu. They normally offer vodka. I asked for whiskey. Happy to oblige, because that feels more like a Tennessee lemonade style beverage for me. You even get some boysenberries floating on the top, and it's to the rim. Okay, to the rim. Oh, that's good. Don't give me access to Boysenberry lemonade in Florida. I have like 7 bottles of whiskey at the house. I will experiment, like Doc Brown style, 4 at 5 Plus. The dish to make them all worth it, a nice slice of boysenberry pie. Yes, we flew all the way across the world, or across the US rather, just for a piece of pie. For me to have a piece of pie, none for the princess. Even though it's her birthday trip. I don't really have any basis on which the basis is. I don't eat a lot of pie, but I love this. That is. Maybe pie is my dessert. Not pumpkin pie though. And not sweet potato pie. Actually no, maybe pie is not my dessert because I don't like apple pie either.
Pecan.
Or pecan. Maybe just this pie, because this is amazing. This is a 5 out of 5 claws. I am tempted to eat this entire thing. Very tempted. I am stuffed full of chicken.
And I feel like we always get privileged to sit in the original section of the restaurant, which is super cool. It's the thing that started the whole Knott's Berry Farm, so...
Yeah, but then you always sit in the other sections. I've never sat in the other sections.
True.
I always sit in the same area.
That's fine.
The restaurant is still amazing. We love stopping here before we come to Knott's, or even just, there have been times where we haven't gone to Knott's. We've come here. Mm-hmm. Anytime we come home to see family and whatnot. But, we know what you guys think. Vegan options, good chicken. I have no complaints. So what you guys think in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else you can see us do, that'll always be a place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might eat himself out of the Knott's Berry Farm.
You heard the girl.